you. I didn't grow up with money.
Nor did I.
I wanted things.
Yeah.
And I realized that was the only way to get things.
What did your parents do for a living?
They ended up hitting it when I was already grown and out. My mom was in real estate and sold condos and did great, was the #1 salesperson in Canada for condos, but that was already in the 80s.
Got it.
I'm going to be 70 next year, so I was already grown. Yeah. Yeah, well, find my hairline.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And my dad sold, he was an entrepreneur. He always was
hustling.
Whether
Is that where you got it from then?
Yeah. The excitement of, I also love the game Monopoly. I love the game. You know, to be totally honest with you now, I don't do anything that I don't want to do, but dollars are like points. And I like to score as many points as possible. And I like to score points passively. There's nothing more enjoyable and satisfying. It's like walking away from the pinball machine, but you hear ding, 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 ding. You know when it used to get caught on that rubber thing and it's racking up the points and you don't have to do anything. You can kind of sit back. That's how I think of dollars. And, you know, I would imagine you feel that right now. Right now you're sitting here and talking to me, but somebody is paying a check at a restaurant.
Someone is at RPM eating right now.
Right.
Yeah, or buying Juliana Prosecco or...
Right. And by the same
one of your apartments or your studio spaces.
But and I'm not, and I don't have to show up and act silly. The truth of the matter was that when I made a decision to be in show business, show business at the beginning didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense that somebody would pay me, even at the time, you know, to show up on Merv Griffin, on the Merv Griffin show or a talk show or any appearance that I made. They pay something called scale, as you know. And they would give you, you know, at that time, maybe $250. I think now it's upwards of $700. But you show up on a talk show and you sit there and you talk to somebody like this, not like this because you're not paying me. But
well, I kind of am.
Are you?
We're paying rent.
Oh, you're right.
So,
Ka-ching. Oh my God.
You're getting paid for this.
So I'm going to talk slower.
That's right.
So you stay longer. Anyway, the point is that I would show up and they'd pay you $300 to sit and talk to Merv Griffin for 5 minutes. And I'd go, oh my God, that's $300. And I left, I was engaged to be married to the girl I'm still married to. I was engaged to be married and I said, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to go to California and give this a shot. And when people paid this, I remember the first time I accumulated like $5,000 from show business, from just showing up. I was getting like $25 a show to show up at the Comedy Store, or $35 we would all split the door. And I put together, I had $5,600. I always compartmentalized like where money came from. So my show business money was at $5,600. And at the time, this is the 70s. And so I went and bought a 10-year term deposit, like $5,000 term deposit, and left $600 in the bank. And I remember my wife saying, well, like, what are you doing? You're going to tie this up for... I go, but I'm guaranteed the value of this is always $5,000, and it's throwing off 12% every year.
Right, in the
so
70s.
here's my passive... I'm guaranteed that I'm going to make, you know, $700 profit on this, and I've moved this $5,000 away, so I can't spend it. So it's just now I got $600, and I'm hungry, and I don't know that I can survive on $600, but I'm going to go do more jobs for $25, and then that was always the. And then I read this book. Have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Robert Kiyosaki.